Hi everyone, and welcome to the tarot forecast for the sign of Libra for men and women for the month of May 2019. So Libra being a masculine sign, let's start off with our gentleman. It is ruled by Venus, strangely enough, but being in the element of air, we consider that a masculine sign. So let's see what the month of May 2019 has in store for our Libra chaps. Okay, so our overall theme for the month is one of sadness and loss, Libra. Sorry to be the bearer of ill tidings here, but so our Libran men appear to be grieving. Again, this is a general reading, not an individual forecast, but generally speaking, there's a sense of mourning here and loss with Libra for our men. So there seems to be a loss of relationship or a loss of, some kind of loss on the emotional front, perhaps even a bereavement or just something quite profound, deeply affecting our emotions here. The Five of Cups carries a hidden message of hope. However, we have the two cups, upright cups standing to the side, where we have the three spilt cups on the left. So there is a sense of hope if we can, if we can just take a moment from our grieving and our sadness to maybe just remember the positive things and the good things that are still in our lives. We can help to balance our emotions and just remember that there's always good in our lives, despite the difficulties we might face. So there's a compassionate message for our Libran gentlemen for May. We have the Knight of Wands here. So that's showing, despite our emotional feelings of bereavement or loss, there's still a chance for us to move forward and to take charge. Perhaps something about the loss spurs us on, and we want to achieve in the outer world. I think we need to consult the other cards just to get more of a... Okay, so there's some contraindications here, Libra. So for our Libran gentlemen, wanting to rush forward and take charge and to sort of perhaps we're overcompensating for emotional loss because we have the Hermit here, okay? So despite the fact that we want to charge forward and to continue to sort of, conduct our business or make our conquests in the external world, that's fine. Continue to do that. That's a good outlet for our energies at this time. But the Hermit is calling us back to inner communion, okay, for Libran gentlemen. So during the month of May, there's a sense that when we're finished with our outer world conquests, we need to come back and honor ourselves, honor our emotions, honor our inner vulnerabilities by just attending to ourselves, taking some time out, sitting with ourselves, just accepting that sense of vulnerability at this time, and maybe doing some inner processing, working through some of our emotions and grief and wherever we feel a sense of loss. So yeah, there's a sense of really needing to pull back at the appropriate time, Libran men. Another contraindication here is Magician, King of Cups. So again, Magician is the card of the mind, the mental plane, and our ability to make decisions in the world. The King of Cups is a man in touch with his emotions. So again, there's very much in the theme of the Libran energy, okay? There's a need for balance here. So just as we had with the Knight of Wands and the Hermit, a balance between forging our path out in the world and coming back to ourselves, in the evening and just checking in with our emotions and doing that inner work. There's also a sense of using both the mind and the emotions in a balanced way to achieve our goals at this time. So in using our mind very strongly, don't forget to tune into the emotions as well. So Libra is the sign of air. It's a sign of the mental plane, the mental abilities. Okay, so obviously Librans are comfortable in that airy element of the Magician. However, the King of Cups is reminding us to do that checking in work again, just to check in. How am I feeling at this time? Do I need to take time out for emotional nurturing? So there's a sense of needing to look for comfort within at this time. And I think by doing it in that Libran way of being very balanced, I think you can achieve, that inner harmony. So yeah, not many bells and whistles for Libran gentlemen in this month of May. Very much a need to achieve and seek that inner balance. But Libra, if anyone can do it, I suggest, you can. All right, let's move on to our Libran ladies for the month of May 2019 and see what the tarot forecast has for you. It is springtime in the Northern Hemisphere, of course, which can bring love and romance. It's autumn in the southern hemisphere where I am. So let's see what the cards have for us. Oh, something wants to come out. There we go. Oh, all right. Well, we have a really positive jumping card, but first let's look at our overall theme for the month. A jumping card, when we read tarot, we often find that cards flip out or jump out, and I guess amongst tarot readers that feels like a sign that Spirit really wants us to take note of the message of that card. That card really wants to come out and be part of the reading, so we heed those messages when they come. Libran ladies, there's a gentleman coming into your life, as I was just alluding to. This can be the time of romance in Northern Hemisphere, but also in the South as well. No need why it can only be our Northern sisters, okay? So for ladies, a very strong man in a very strong financial position is coming into your life, and he's bringing the sun with him. How appropriate for spring in the Northern Hemisphere. Again, not inappropriate for the South, but so this is very well aspected. We'll need to check the rest of the cards, but this man is bringing a very strong sense of romance, a very strong sense of attraction with him. As I say, he's probably quite well off financially, or he could simply have swarthy, features, which is a traditional meaning of the Pentacles in the King of Pentacles, the darker features. So yes, this is looking very good. Let's take a moment to examine the rest of the cards. I was sensing there were going to be some contraindications around this. The path to true love never ran smooth, as I believe the famous quote runs, something like that. So it's bringing the Ten of Wands. So strangely enough, while it's as if this gentleman, this King of Pentacles, brings in such positivity with him, but at the same time there is this sense of burden. So perhaps there's a lot of baggage here for some reason. A lot of emotional baggage comes with this gentleman. And the question I would ask here is it being triggered, ladies, within yourselves? Are you being triggered in some way? Is it bringing up old baggage, or is the baggage in the present moment? Just ask yourself those questions. Try and work through it. Luckily, we do have a card of success here, the Six of Wands. And I'm attracted to that laurel wreath around the wand there. So, and there's the green. Again, that's a springtime colour, so fresh energies, fertility. The green sort of cloak that the horse is wearing. Well, the green wreath and on the head of the rider there, and the laurel wreath. I have to say there's a suggestion of sexual fulfillment here in the symbolism of these cards. So I feel as if this guy brings a lot of good with him, but I also feel as if he brings a lot of, for some reason, a lot of worry. Because again, we have the Nine of Swords here, which came up in a previous signs reading. So again, the Nine of Swords, as I mentioned in the other video for another sign, the Nine of Swords is very much things being all in your head. It's like you're being triggered, and you may feel as if, the past is repeating itself in the present and you're filled with worry. But remember this, Libra ladies, the Nine of Swords is purely of the mind. It's like it's like old tapes replaying themselves. I do feel it has no true bearing on the present. As I say, I feel like you'll have your share of baggage with this gentleman, but there's a sense that it might be all in your head. I feel as if this gentleman, I feel like there's a lot worthwhile here to be had with this gentleman in terms of emotional fulfillment, relationship fulfillment. But yeah, there's some stuff to work through. Okay. Some stuff to work through. And as I say with Libra, if anyone can sort of balance their way through these types of travails, if anyone can sort of, keep their heads in a balanced way, it's you, Libra. You can do this. I'm not sure what all these contraindications are. I think that'll be up to each of you to sort of, decide if this truly does unfold for you through the month of May, then it's up to you. But I do feel, I feel like we need an extra card here. We need a clarity card. I do this when I do this particularly for the ladies. So what are the long-term prospects of this relationship? Because I feel we've been given, a good card. We've been given a difficult card. We've been given another favourable card and then another difficult card. So it sort of hasn't ended on any kind of resolution. So let's try and get a clarity card here. Just to finish. Oh, the jumping card. See, yeah, again we get the Seven of Cups. I say again because I got this card in a previous video for another sign. So there's very much a sense of making choices, again, weighing up options. What is the best way forward, making decisions here. So the cards are being very, sometimes, see, with Spirit, it's need to know basis. Because there is a divine plan working itself out in the affairs of our personal lives and in the greater affairs of the world, but particularly in our own decision making, Libra ladies. Believe it or not, there is a divine plan being implemented on the earth plane for the benefit of all, for the benefit of those who dwell on earth and those who dwell in heaven in the afterlife. That's what I believe in any case. And because there is such an important and intricate plan being worked out in conjunction with the living and with Spirit, sometimes things are literally classified, just like how there are government secrets, classified secrets. Do you know what I mean? Spirit has its own secrets. We can't all know everything there is to know at any one time. And Spirit only lets out as much as we need to know. So I feel as if Spirit is being deliberately coy with me here and just giving me this sense that Libra has some choices to make. Often, even though there is a plan, it's like the plan is facilitated by our free will choices, okay? I believe in line with what James Redfield says in the Celestine Prophecy series of books, and look those up if you aren't familiar with those. They're life-changing, okay? But there's an optimal plan that is available to us at any one time, and if we make the right choices, then we implement the highest good that is available, okay, to ourselves and to the collective of humanity at any one time. So what I'm trying to say here, Libra ladies, is your choices at this time can help implement the divine plan. But it's up to you. It's like it's your free will choice what you want to do going forward. It's up to you to weigh the options, to use your intelligence, use your mental faculties, okay? Use your intuition, use everything at your disposal to make the right choice because, you know, God is love and heaven is love, and love works itself out through human relationships. That's the main area where the divine love on the earth plane works itself out. So the people we're attracted to, the people we might even bear children with, all these things are the drivers of human history, okay? So it's like, and women are the facilitators of lovemaking and sex and sexuality. You know, women choose when sex occurs. You know, I'm not talking about, you know, acts of violence or acts of violation, because that's not sex as we know, thanks to feminism. You know, these are acts of violence, but acts of love and acts of sex and sexuality, women are the decision makers, women are the choice makers. And those choices drive all of human evolution because they determine who is born on this earth plane and to whom. So yeah, that reading got a little heavy all of a sudden, Libra ladies. I guess what I'm trying to highlight is here that there is big choices to be made. I would suggest that with the sun, okay, so just trying to offer you some kind of olive branch of sort of guidance here. With the sun coming up against this gentleman, that the prospects overall are good, but there's a lot of working through, there's a lot of choices to be made, okay, and but I'm confident you'll be able to work it out to the optimum level, you know, in a harmonious manner. Okay, so that's our reading for Libra men and Libra ladies for the month of May 2019. If you have any questions about this reading, by all means post them in the comments below. And if anything resonated with you, if you enjoyed the video, by all means leave a like. I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day and many blessings to you.